there. We're back to day 6 plus today. This is the bonus section of day 6 that was written by my very best friend, my Bronco driving buddy, Julie Paskauskas. Big name, took me a while to learn it, but my friend Julie has a powerful testimony about beverages, which I am relearning makes a big difference in our hunger signals and in our overall satisfaction or murkiness in this whole process. I think our culture has gotten really used to just having a sippy cup around for comfort all the time, all day long, either with coffee, tea, sodas, whatever, power drinks, hydration drinks. We've got so many different kind of drinks, smoothies. And it's just, we're just used to having something in our hands now to just sip, sip, sip. And I think it brings us some kind of a comfort or some kind of a, I don't know, what do you think it is? It does something and we're used to it now. So this is might be a touchy habit to break for all of us. Cause I'm noticing too that once I have my morning mushroom coffee, then my brain is kind of looking forward to the afternoon. Maybe I can have a cup of real coffee in the afternoon. And I start to think about it. You see what I'm saying? We're setting our sights, setting our minds, setting our hearts on something that actually is a distraction from the voice of God, right? Just this subtle little thing. So Julie can say it better than I did because she had some really powerful results when she gave up her sugary drinks. So my friend Julie, I asked her to share this in the book, and she did. She says, I don't ever remember a time that I would have chosen water over a good old glass of sweet tea. The sweeter, the better. Or a classic Coca-Cola. I didn't add coffee as my beverage of choice until after my second child was born. I soon learned the only way I could drink it was with just a little bit of coffee, and the rest was cream and sugar. And all sorts of other things that we add in now. I was drinking one of those 3 beverages all day long. After the birth of my third child, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which wasn't even my ideal weight. I thought I was following my hunger and fullness cues pretty well. The truth was that I had no idea whether I was actually hungry or not because my system was constantly loaded with sugar from the drinks. I knew I needed to cut back, especially the coffee, but the thought of it made me sad. Can anybody relate to the thought of being sad, giving up something? That's our flesh pouting. It really is. After all, coffee was a social thing. Coffee with friends, coffee with my husband, coffee with dessert. Let's be honest, coffee was my dessert, says Julie. I heard once a way to recognize if something was an idol in your life was to ask yourself this question: can I give it up? For me, the answer was that I could, but I didn't want to. I'd been asking myself this question about 6 months ago when I found out that some good friends were going through a significant marital problem. This friend sent me an email suggesting, a different friend sent her an email suggesting that I might fast something for this couple to remind me to pray when I felt hungry. I knew immediately this something was coffee. Oof. So my original plan was to give it up for 40 days. Big sacrifice, right? I also decided for the 40 days to give up tea and Coke so I wouldn't just substitute them for the coffee. She was serious. Her heart was in the right place and she was serious and committed. Of course, for about the first 3 days, I had an incredible headache. But after that, I couldn't believe how much better I felt. Do you hear that testimony? He doesn't ask us to give up things because he wants us to feel bad. He wants us to feel better. Sometimes we have to go through a little bit of detox in order to get to the feeling better. But 3 days. Julie says, I could actually tell that my stomach was empty and when it was okay to eat. And at the end of 40 days, I had lost 10 pounds. Unbelievable. At that time, I had started an 8-week Bible study about eating in moderation. I decided I should hold off on resuming the beverages, plus I was scared to go back. I lost another 10 pounds. and couldn't believe it because this was the only change I made. And at the end of the study, I was still wondering about resuming any of the sugar drinks. Could there be a balance? I still didn't know the answer to that one fully. My good friend Terry politely asked if I was crazy. Why would you go back? I asked Julie. In her mind, the only way she had given it up was the thought that one day she could go back and drink it again. Back to Julie's voice here. Over the last 2 months, I've had 2 cups of coffee at different times, and it really didn't taste that great to me. Isn't that something what God will do? I weigh now what I weighed when I got married 15 years prior. God is so good to us. He is such a gentle teacher. I thank him for the tough times and the hard lessons that only produce good fruit that will last. The extra bonus is that I prefer water most days, and my friend's marriage is in the healing process. As I write this, I'm drinking water from a bottle Terry gave me in remembrance of what God has done. The outside reads, "Whoever drinks the water I give him will never thirst." Let's read that again. Maybe you could say it with me. Whoever drinks the water I give him will never thirst. Think about that. John 4:14. Think on that today. Think about it as you're grabbing your usual beverages. What are your usual beverages and how do you use them? And are they beneficial to you in the long term or just in that moment where you want a kick? You want a physical spark, bounce, boom. You know what I'm trying to say. Is it good for you in the long term? What is the Lord saying to you about your habits? And so he is truly the only one who will ever satisfy our every desire. But it's a difficult process. I'm with you. I'm with you on this. This is a struggle. It wasn't a struggle for me back when I wrote this. All I ever drank was water. No question. It is a struggle for me now, I confess. And so we're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. I am right there with you. And I don't know what's going on with YouTube, why I still can't go live. I have more than 50 subscribers, but it's still telling me just 24 hours till you can go live. And it's been telling me that for like 4 days. I don't know. If anybody has a clue, send me a comment, let me know. All right, I hope you have an awesome day. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Stand firm. Say no when you're not hungry. Terry, say no when you're not hungry. In Jesus' name. Bye.